So I just found this great website. It's called A2ZebraCelebrations.com.
Yeah.
Make a note of that because they have free Super Bowl printables right now.
That have the specific teams that are playing.
That have, well, it doesn't have the specific teams because it looks like this is from last year, but that's okay. It has other cool things that still work for your party. We're talking about, getting ready for the big game, and it's got like cute little football things, and you can turn them into banners or into a cute little nacho tray.
Listen, what could be better than having mini football flags
Yes.
that are perfect for like cupcakes, cheese,
Cute.
donut holes, all that kind of stuff. Looks like, again, the hash marks with the numbers on them. That goes right in the fantastic green and blue cupcake that you've created with fresh buttercream to be a Seattle Seahawks fan.
Yeah, love it.
Right.
And they even have a cute little football bag topper, and they've got these cute little things you could use. It's the markings of the football that you could put around a sandwich wrap. Anyway, those are kind of some
You know what
cool
else is
things.
so cool that I just saw?
What's that?
They have these printable things that look like laces on the football that actually wrap around your sandwiches to
Yes.
hold them together.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Cute, very
That's
clever.
great.
Yeah. So all these are great little things you could find if you just go to A2Zebra. Celebrations.com. And Pinterest has a bunch of just all kinds of fun ideas to get your home decor ready. But now, again, if you want to go very simple, Seahawks colors, navy, green, and gray. If you're a Seahawks fan, you could just come up with anything in those colors that you may already have around the house or that you can find as in terms of plastic cups and plates and napkins, and we love the idea of the penalty flag. Get the yellow napkins for the penalty flag and have that.
Cute.
That's fun. And then, or if you're a Patriots, you want blue, red, silver, and white. But that's really simple.
Can I tell you the most horribly depressing and terrible feeling that can occur when things go south on you?
What's that?
If you get all gussied up in the jersey of your team, you put the black paint under your eyes. You've spent the entire day preparing the entire meal, and you've had a ton of bacon-wrapped water chestnuts and cheesy sauces and all that stuff, and your team loses, and then you're sitting there at the end after the team's lost in all that stuff, and then you got to clean everything up and do the walk of shame with the jersey of the losing.
Well, maybe you get two jerseys and you just kind of casually change at the last minute.
right.
No one will know the difference. Now, in terms of snacks, it is about, of course, the halftime show.
Yeah.
And it is about all those commercials. But we found some really, really great ways to serve up some interesting things for those who are coming. For instance, now, we always love a creamy spinach artichoke dip. But are you ready for the next level?
Okay, hold on. Let me prepare. Okay, go.
It's kale.
No.
I made this.
How dare you?
I made this. It's so simple. It's just silly. It's so simple.
What are you doing? So first of all, get me into the spinach thing before you go to the kale. So
okay.
You're talking about like a creamy, cheesy spinach
It's a creamy spinach dip
with the nachos and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's basically your main food groups: cream, creamy cheese,
Yeah.
more cheese,
And some cream and some
spinach with Parmesan cheese on top, and then you add artichoke hearts, which you can get canned artichoke hearts.
Sure.
But I made this recently, and I substituted the spinach with kale. And you add a little bit of paprika and a little bit of cayenne pepper. And so it has a different kind of a flavor because kale has its kind of a robust flavor already.
Sure. Uh-huh.
But you cook it with you can get low calorie or low carb cream cheese. It's basically cream cheese, a little bit of Greek yogurt. And you stir that up, and and then you put the artichoke heart and now the kale. And then you sprinkle shredded Parmesan on top, and you cook that for about a half an hour in a nice casserole dish. And I'm telling you what, it is
Okay, but let me
scrumptious.
ask you a question. This is a rhetorical question. This is for you and our friends out in Radioland. This is one day. This is the day that you're supposed to have the stretch pants on and know that you're going to eat until you're sick and passed out by halftime. I don't know if you want to use the Greek yogurt. I think you want to go full on.
Go full blown.
Creamiest of the cream stuff you can find.
Yeah.
Right? Why else would you wear a big jersey that looks like a muumuu to cover your gut after your big day of fat eating?
All right. Well, so
doing it.
go ahead and
I'm
don't
going to
worry
eat everything
about
I
it.
can.
Now, here's another one because I know you're a bacon fan.
Yeah.
And this is slow cooked. I know that you're also a crock pot fan.
Cooking a pork butt right now as we speak.
Yeah. And I know you're so good with your crock pot. And the idea here is that you're going to have a little bit of bacon, a little bit of that sriracha stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you're going to have some creaminess, and it is scrumptious because you just are slow cooking, and you add a little bit of it's traditional. It's kind of like instead of the traditional chili, it's a white bean chili, and it's just brimming with all kinds of great flavors from the bacon to you name it. But picture having your crock pot. Mm-hmm. And you're going to add all these ooey gooey flavors to it, and it's going to slow cook with the white beans and the bacon, and you can even add some chicken to it, and then you top it with the sriracha sauce. Scrumptious.
Kind of great. You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. You just reminded me. You know, you can make a lot of this stuff with individual ramekins,
Cute.
right? So that, you know, you're doing your white bean chili or your little lasagnas or your mini pastas, whatever. But say you're having 20 people over, maybe get, 50 of these little tiny containers, these ramekins that are not expensive.
They're not.
They're individualized. They're easy to clean up afterward. You can put them in the dishwasher. You can individually bake them. They can stay warmed in the oven. And it's kind of a cool way to have everybody have their own little kind of taste of many different things.
It's a very smart and it's a great entertaining tool to have on hand. You will not regret buying like about 10 of these because you're going to use them over and over. And also, you might want to make an apple crisp. And everyone has an apple crisp,
a tiny one
later in the
That's fine.
little nibble.
Little tiny nibble.
Now, little sandwiches are fun to have, but you can mix it up with some different flavors like blackberries and jalapeno, and you infuse that into your crock pot, let's say with some pork or chicken, and now you're going to have a sandwich bar, and people are going to make these slow-cooked, they're almost like poor boy sandwiches with cheese and all this sauce, but I mean, just be thinking of different flavors like the blueberry and the jalapeno. I love that.
Well, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but why can't you go ahead and do your pork butt in the crock pot, have it made. You could even start it, the night before, have it slow cook, and then ready for the next day. Blue corn tortillas for your Seattle Seahawk fans.
Cute.
Got your white
Very
sour
clever.
cream. You could dye the sour cream to make it, maybe green. It might be a little unappetizing, but it sure would look fun. But just a taco bar, you've got your cut up cilantro, you got your pork butt that's shredded and delicious. You've got the great the cheese. What's the cheese called?
Mozzarella, cojita cheese.
No, the white stuff. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, delicious, right? A little side of onions, maybe some heated beans up in a pot. Little taco bar, easy to eat, finger food. Everybody's happy. And
you can have multiple meat, and you can even have vegan, multiple meats, multiple toppings.
Sure, for those vegans, they can have the bean stuff.
Yeah,
Now
meatballs are always a favorite of my husband's. I mean, it's the kind of the easy way to make meatballs. You get the frozen. I don't make meatballs from scratch, but you get the frozen meatballs, and then in the crock pot you put a jar of the hot chili sauce. Like the Heinz hot chili sauce. Sometimes I only need half of it. And then you use some grape jelly. And then, again, not the whole jar, but maybe half of it. And you put the sauces in the bottom and you stir it so it kind of melts. And then you throw these frozen meatballs in and it slow cooks. And it gets kind of sweet and spicy and gummy by after about 6 hours. So you want to do it early in the morning so it's definitely ready for game time. But I usually add some more hot peppers or things like that, like some chili pepper flakes. But, you can also go different. You can go tropical. You could go meatballs and add like pineapple and teriyaki or whatever. Just like you can have chicken wings, you can make meatballs custom. You can have like a meatball bar.
Yeah.
Have a taco bar, have a meatball bar, and then use like different little cocktail forks like you would use for shrimp and have each individual meatball already ready to go.
Sounds good to me. What about the chicken wings?
Chicken wings are always great, you can add so many different types. I've done the Wolfgang Puck Asian fusion type where it has, again, kind of like a teriyaki kind of a sauce with some plum sauce, But why not go with something really different like peach and chili?
Ooh.
You can add a little bit.
Anytime we do these segments on food, I start to get
salivating.
A little nervous about food. I'm getting hungry.
Or you could even make your own taquitos. Now, while you have your taco bar, I mean, you could make your own taquitos. Instead of getting those frozen ones, you could have cream cheese, chicken, jalapeno. People wrap up with the tortilla, You put it right there in the oven. It's going to change your life forever. Pretty amazing.
Super delicious.
I know.
Love it. These are great ideas.
I know. And you can even mix up nachos. Instead of having basic tortilla chips, use either potato chips or French fries.
See,
and now you're scooping up the bean and the cheese and the sour cream. So think outside the box.
Don't forget that layered bean dip.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all the ideas we'll put on the website at yourhomewizards.com. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole, we love to improve your home and improve your life.
A man in a coonskin cap and a pig pen wants $11 bills. You only got 10.